first story time vid on this channel. I've been thinking about this story quite a bit. So this is a throwback. I was in fourth grade when this story happened. So in fourth grade, I had moved to a new elementary school, and so apparently at this school, the guidance counselor, right, would come in. I think it was every other Thursday or one Thursday out the month or something like that. And she would come in and have us do these little dumb activities. Well, they're dumb now that I look back at them, but when I was a kid, they weren't dumb. It was kind of cool to get a break from doing the stupid shit we was doing in class, right? Kind of like watching a movie or something, So, whatever little dumb activity, I can't remember what the point of this activity was, but she goes, okay, everybody, get into groups of like however many. I can't remember how many kids were in the class. She goes, get into groups of however many and make a circle. So each group had to hold hands and make a circle, right? So in my group, I'm standing next to a girl holding her hand. There's another boy standing next to another girl holding her hand. But me and this boy are not completing the circle. And we're not holding hands. And I remember this kid's name was Daniel. I saw him all throughout middle school and high school too. I'm not gonna say his last name though, but this kid's name was Daniel. And the guidance counselor, she's running around. She's like, okay, everybody in groups, everybody hold a hand. She gets to our group. She goes, y'all two go ahead and hold hands for me. And so we say, one of us, I can't remember which one, maybe it was both of us, I can't remember. But we went, we ain't holding hands. And the guidance counselor went, why not? And I looked at Daniel. Daniel looked at me. We both looked at the guidance counselor. And in unison, we both said, that's gay. He a boy, ain't holding his hand. The guidance counselor goes, y'all get out, y'all two get out in the hallway. So we go out into the hallway, and during this little, when the guidance counselor will come into your classroom, the teacher, I don't know where our teacher went. Her name was Miss Starling. I don't know where she went. I guess to the teacher's lounge, take a little break. I don't know really where she went, but she obviously didn't go far. So she went, now y'all stay right here while I go get y'all's teacher. So she goes and finds our teacher, and we just outside just talking to each other like, hey, look, ain't nothing personal. I ain't holding your hand, though. Like, you all right with me, bro, but I ain't holding your hand, shit like that. So she finally finds our teacher. Teacher comes up, she goes, now y'all tell y'all teacher what you told me. So we briefly ran down the situation. We was like, yeah, Miss Starling, look, old girl want us to hold hands, and we ain't doing that because we boys, that's gay. Straight like that. I mean, obviously we didn't talk like that, but we was like, yeah, that's gay. Boys don't hold hands like that. Now, my teacher, let me tell you about her right quick, because this kind of like goes with her response. If I tell you a little about her appearance and how she acted, it'll kind of lend more to like how she reacted the way she reacted. My fourth grade teacher, I have not seen her since fourth grade, but she was kind of like a hippie, she didn't wear like hemp beads or like skirts or flip-flops and into school. But she was just kind of like, I don't know, for some reason I just kind of describe her kind of as like a hippie. I mean, yeah, she would get on to you and stuff like that. She wasn't that like much of a free spirit to where she's like, oh, children need to express themselves. She just, I don't know, she just kind of did her own thing. I remember she she called out a lot. We had to substitute a lot when we were with her. I don't know what the hell she was doing. But the reason I think she's a hippie is, one, because of her attitude, and two, as a child, I knew what a tattoo was, obviously. But I saw she had a tramp stamp. Now, I don't remember how old she... I don't think she really wasn't young. I don't think she was a young teacher. She may have been middle-aged. I had to see a picture of her, how she looked back then. I don't remember her looking terribly old, but she probably was middle-aged, maybe 40, right at 40, a little over 40, or something like that. So, I saw the tramp stamp because, remember in elementary school, you had to go to lunch with your teacher. In high school, you go to lunch and your teacher just stay in the room or whatever. But, you got to be supervised when you're a child. So she like squatted down and was talking to somebody. And I remember like, damn, she got a tattoo on her lower back. And I can't remember what the design was, but I don't think it was nothing obscene, but, still I saw that tattoo on her lower back. So anyway, back to when we told her, she wasn't really laughing, but she was kind of like okay, that's not gay to hold each other's hand. I could kind of tell she kind of wanted to laugh, but she didn't really want to because of how serious the guidance counselor was taking it. And so she was like, okay, y'all go back in there. It's not gay to hold hands, so y'all need to hold each other's hands and, do the activity or whatever the fuck, So I actually can't remember what happened after that. We just went back into the room and I guess we held hands. I think we may have I don't know, we may have held hands, then when she wasn't looking, we wouldn't hold hands, then when she would look, we would hold hands, some shit like that. That's how little kids do, but I just figured I'd tell the first little story time. I figured I'd throw it way back to fourth grade for y'all. This is how kids think. Kids, and I guess, I wasn't planning on doing no lecture, but I guess I'll kind of go into it now. Now it's opposed to, now, and I'm not saying it was cool for us back then to think shit like that was gay, and I'm just saying that nowadays it's from what I see online and stuff like that, on social media and stuff, it's like these teachers pushing this indoctrination on these kids, man. It's like, oh yeah, I'm bisexual, I'm gay, and here's my partner, and this is what we do, and it's like, why do we have to know that? Or not we, why do they have to know that? Well, we as a people, but why do children need to know that? Why do children have to know that? So I'm in no way saying that it's oh yeah, back then, that's how you're supposed to think. You're supposed to think holding hands as a boy is gay. No, I'm just saying that I just feel like if that was to happen now, I think something like that probably would have blown, if you take that same story and just apply it to 2022 as opposed to 2003 or 4 or whenever that was. I feel like it would be all over Twitter, all over Facebook. Probably the teacher would have went and got her damn phone, or the guidance counselor would have got her damn phone and recorded, but now now say what you said again. And then probably would have got some lecture about how we all need to be all inclusive, instead of just being like, hey, it's a language barrier with kids and adults. They don't know shit. They see some shit and it doesn't sit right with them. They just say it. You gotta teach kids hey, just like my teacher and guidance counselor did. They was like, look, y'all know that this ain't gay. Y'all are not in a relationship. Y'all not boyfriend and boyfriend. It's just an activity. You're holding hands for a little short pocket of time. It ain't gonna kill you. Just go back in there and do it. And we didn't get in trouble. We didn't get sent to the principal's office. Nothing like that. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd share that little funny story. I've been kind of thinking about that. Especially with all this shit going on, like I said, with these kids have to learn, and in today's little schools feel like it's getting worse. It was always bad, but it feels like it's getting worse. All right. That's all for my little story. I'll probably come up with some more story times later on, but I guess it'll be back to our regular scheduled thought-provoking / conspiracy / hey, think about this videos. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm out.